for Black girl nerds.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Good afternoon.
I enjoyed both your performance greatly, more so because it was very difficult to put you in the good guy box or the bad guy box, given how your past history has shaped the decisions your characters are making. Starting with you, Jon Jon, how would you categorize Dr. Hanover's wolf in sheep's clothing, a tragic hero? What type of a man is Dr. Hanover?
That's interesting you said that. Just like, I think all the characters in the show are like that. You can't really put them in a box. It's not black and white, the good and evil, and there's a divide there. They play in that world equally. In my case, in Richard Hanover's case, I have to believe that he's a good guy. He's a, you're always the hero in your own story, right? And for him to be, and the fact that the show acknowledged that he's Filipino, my culture was it helped me a lot. For him, the stakes became bigger for him, because for him to make it in that world as an immigrant, and that knowing in his mind, that in his soul, that he's a brilliant doctor and he can actually help people and cure people. Of course, with that big ego, that can get you in trouble. And with his with the stakes that high, I think the line between sane and insane becomes blurry. Who's the patient and who's the doctor?
Finn, with your character Edmund, you are one of the first characters that we meet in the series, and we see you all the way through the end. What about his journey? We learned some things about him along the way. How would you describe your character the same way? Is he dabbling in the gray, or is he a more definitive black or white guy in your opinion?
No, I think I was just thinking that it's sort of like he's like the equal opposite of Dr. Hanover, and that you sort of see, well, when you first see him, you're going to think he's definitely in the evil camp. And then the sort of arc of the show hopefully reveals the immense scar tissue that he's been living with all of his life, and the brutally traumatic childhood that he went through, and how that interwove with Mildred's story, and how that informs everything that he's doing. And how at the end you sort of learn that he has this affinity for animals, and this really belief in not wanting to harm and what is innocent in his mind. It's just that his mind has been warped by just decades of abuse. And so I think I think you'll maybe hopefully gain some empathy for him, and then maybe as Hanover goes, you sort of see the other side of him as well. It's like this sort of like mirror versions of each other.
Yeah, that's interesting. That didn't occur to me till you say that. That's absolutely correct.
Me neither, really.
Yeah, no, that's actually really that's really brilliant, because they are. It's like a Lex Luthor Superman kind of thing, where they're both smart. Yeah. They're just on opposite ends of the spectrum when you know them as people. Jon Jon, what would you say is Dr. Hanover's biggest shortcoming? Because he just means well. He tries. He means well, but he just never quite gets there.
In our story, I feel like he is running out of time. He's always running out of time. He's always thinking that he's going to be found out, that he's going to be discovered, and his past is going to catch up with him. But he still needs to accomplish something. And he truly believes that he wants to leave something behind, because he is capable of that. And at the same time, he cares a lot, and he has a family as well that he wants to get back to get back in his life. And I think those circumstances contributed to basically making the process faster for his decline.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I loved it. You guys were great. And I can't wait for other people to see it so I can talk about it on Twitter.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I love that painting behind you.
Oh,
Matisse.
thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.